In this video, we will discuss part 2 of chapter number 4. Not long after that, the good old man dreamed again, and the spirit of the dog spoke to him, telling him how the wicked people had burned the mill made from the pine tree. The dog spirit appeared in the good old man's dream again, and he told that wicked people had burned the mill made from the pine tree. Take the ashes of the mill, sprinkle them on the withered trees, and they will bloom again, said the dog spirit. And the dog spirit advised him to take some ashes of the mill. Ashes means some leftover burnt part of the product, and sprinkle them, scatter them on the withered trees so that they would bloom again. The old man awoke and went at once to his wicked neighbor's house, where he found the miserable old pair sitting at the edge of their square fire palace in the middle of the floor, smoking and spinning. The old man immediately went into the house of wicked neighbors, and there he found that the wicked couple, were sitting at the edge of their square fire palace. From time to time, they warmed their hands and feet with the blaze from some bits of the meal, while behind them lay a pile of the broken pieces. They were warming themselves, their feet with the fire place, and some they had used in burning, and some they had kept as a pile behind them. The good old man humbly asked for the ashes. The good old man asked the couple to give him some ashes of the meal. Though the covetous couple turned up their noses at him and scolded him as if he were a thief, they let him fill his basket with the ashes. Then the greedy couple treated him with contempt and treated him like a thief. They scolded him, they rebuked him, and then they allowed the good man to fill his basket with the ashes. On coming home, the old man took his wife into the garden. When the good old man returned back his home, he took his wife into his garden. It being winter, their favorite cherry tree was bare. It was winter season, but their favorite cherry tree was bare, means it did not have any fruit. He sprinkled a pinch of ashes on it, and lo, it sprouted blossoms until it became the cloud of pink blooms which perfumed the air. As he sprinkled a pinch of ashes on it, the flowers started to bloom, and there was perfume all over the air. The news of this filled the village, and everyone ran out to see the wonder. This news spread like a wildfire, and all of the villagers ran out of their house to see this wonder. The covetous couple also heard the story, and gathering up the remaining ashes of the meal, kept them to make withered trees blossom. As the greedy couple heard about this story, they assembled all the ashes of the meal and kept with themselves, so that they would bloom their own trees. The kind old man, hearing that his lord, the daimyo, was to pass along the high road near village, set out to see him, taking his basket of ashes. The old man heard that daimyos would pass the highway So the old man went there, taking his basket of ashes. As the train approached, he climbed up into an old withered cherry tree that stood by the wayside. When the train was about to come, the good old man climbed up the tree, and it was a withered cherry tree. It did not have any fruits, and the cherry tree was standing near the wayside. Now, in the days of daimyos, it was a custom when their lord passed by for all the loyal people to shut up their high windows. So, in the time of daimyos, it was a custom that people had to shut their windows. They even pasted them fast with a slip of paper so as not to commit the impertinence of looking down on his lordship. And the people had to fast some slip of paper also, so that they would not be able to see their landlord. All the people along the road would fall upon their knees and hands and remain prostrate until the procession passed by. And the people who remained on the road, they had to fall upon their hands and knees and had to remain in the same position till the procession passed by. The train drew near. One tall, competent man marched ahead. The train came near, and one of a tall man marched ahead, and he was crying and requesting the people to get down on their knees. And everyone kneeled down while the procession was passing. All the people followed his instruction, and they did so. Suddenly, the leader of the van caught sight of the aged man up in the tree. But suddenly, the leader of the van, he saw that the old man was up in the tree. He was about to call out to him in an angry tone, but seeing was such an old fellow, he pretended not to notice him and passed him by. The leader was going to call him in an angry tone, but when he noticed the old age of the person, he ignored him. So when the daimyo's palanquin drew near, the old man, taking a pinch of ashes from his basket, scattered it over the tree. In a moment, it burst into blossom. When daimyo's royal van, palanquin means palki, when it came near, the good old man sprinkled a pinch of ashes and scattered it over the cherry tree. And within few seconds, it burst into blossom, means the air was full of pleasant smell. The delighted daimyo ordered the train to be stopped and got out to see the wonder. The daimyo got very happy and he ordered the train to stop. He came out of the train to see the wonder, to see the magic. Calling the old man to him, he thanked him and ordered the presents of silk robes, sponge cake, fans and other servants to be given. The daimyo called the old man. He thanked him for welcoming him in such a way, and then the daimyo presented the old man some silk robes, means silk garments, sponge cakes, fans and some other rewards. He even invited him in his castle. And then the daimyo invited the old man in his palace. So the old man went gleefully, come to share his joy with his dear old wife. The old man returned to his house and he shared the good incident with his dear old wife. But when the greedy neighbor heard of it, he took some of the magic ashes and went out on the highway. When this news was heard by the greedy neighbor, they thought to repeat it again on the daimos. There he waited until a daimos train came along, and instead of kneeling down like the crowd, he climbed a withered cherry tree. When daimos train came, the greedy old man, instead of kneeling down, he climbed on a withered cherry tree as it was done by good old man. When the daimyo himself was almost directly under him, he threw a handful of ashes over the tree, which did not change a particle. When the daimyo came under the tree, the greedy old man threw handful of ashes over the tree, but magic did not happen and the blossoms did not bloom. The wind blew the fine dust in the noses and eyes of the daimyo and his wife. Then what happened? The wind blew and the ashes choked the noses and eyes of daimyo and his wife. Such sneezing and choking. Then they started to sneeze and they got choked. Means they were feeling irritated. It spoiled all the pomp and dignity of the procession. This spoiled all the pomp and dignity of the procession. The man whose business it was to cry, "Get down on your knees," seized the old man by the collar, dragged him from the tree, and tumbled him and his ash basket into the ditch by the road. So the man whose job was to request the people to get down on their knees, he grasped the collar of greedy old man and he dragged him down the tree and then he kicked him into a ditch. Then beating him soundly, he left him for dead. The man beat the greedy old man very much and left him aside the road to die. Thus the wicked old man died in the mud, but the kind friend of the dog dwelt in peace and plenty. The wicked old man died because he was thrashed a lot. But the kind friend of the dog, he lived in peace and both he and his wife lived to a green old age. Means they led a healthy, active and prosperous life. So what do we learn? We learn that we should be kind to all of the persons, creatures around us. So it's a Japanese tale written by William Elliot Griffiths. Thank you.